The suspense is killing me. Oh, Jesus! Oh, I just smacked my hand.
Let's begin! This review will be as spoiler free as possible, as I really don't want to ruin many of the scares. Affected the Manor is an experience-like title where you walk around a haunted house. There are no gameplay elements, you simply walk from point A to point B. The mansion isn't fully open for you to explore, instead you walk from room to room. The setup is very similar to a ghost train, except you are in control of where and when you move. When you first enter the Manor, you have a choice between two doors. Each one has different jump scares and rooms for you to explore. Both routes are absolutely worth taking, so you're basically getting two experiences in one in this game. The fact that you are moving in more or less a straight line all the time ensures that the jump scares constantly get you. After playing so many VR horror titles, I thought that I'd have a good idea of when the next jump scare was going to occur, but this really wasn't the case, mainly due to the excellent sound design. Music slowly builds up, and then sometimes it just fades out. It really is quite deceiving and puts you in an unnerving state. Classic horror sounds are also heard, but even though they follow the horror formula, it doesn't make hearing them any less intense. The manor is quite detailed overall. Furniture is scattered around each room and the wallpaper is torn and worn. Some textures can appear a little stretched, but they're not that bad at all. The same furniture and photos do keep appearing in different rooms. A little more variation would have prevented the deja vu feeling and made it a more believable place. I am slightly nitpicking here though, because you do visit quite a number of different types of rooms after finishing the two routes through the manor, and to be honest, it's not really going for a realistic scene. Without giving too much away, some parts did actually remind me of the non-VR game Layers of Fear. You can play the game with either the DualShock controller, one move controller, or two move controllers. When playing with the DualShock, the game does have smooth turning and your torch is attached to your headset, so wherever you look, a light will be shone. When playing with one or two move controllers, the game does only have snap turning, but you're actually holding the torch and can shine the light wherever you want. There isn't much point in playing with the two moves, as one won't have any use. It would have been nice if a move controller was displayed as a torch in the virtual world, as seeing it constantly reminds you that you are playing a game, and it does look a bit out of place. It took me around 40 minutes to finish both routes through the manor, and although the game is more like an experience title, it does come with some trophies, which do try to make the game longer, but do so in not the best of ways. You will get two of these trophies easily. These are for entering the manor and then completing the game. The other trophies are rewarded for playing the game for a certain amount of time. These times are for 30 minutes, over an hour, and over 2 hours. Forcing the player to stay in the mansion without any real objective to complete is a bit of a shame, and it comes across as a bit of a waste of time. The fact that it does have trophies is still very welcome though, as smaller games like these don't often come with any. As this is a short game without any gameplay elements, I would class it more as an experience title, and the low price does reflect that. The fact that it's simple to pick up and play makes it a great game to share and scare your friends and family members with. If you're just picking up a PSVR, it is also an amazing introduction to what VR horror feels like. It is absolutely a horror house that every VR horror fan should experience. Unlike other smaller experiences, it's very evident that a lot of time and effort has gone into making it. As soon as I first entered the mansion, my hands were sweating constantly, and by the end of it, I was actually quite hot. The jump scares, creepy visuals, and sound design absolutely get the job done. Overall, it's a bite-sized horror game at its finest.
Oh, that's handy. A nice friendly ghost. Casper? Casper?
Now you see me. Now you don't.
I'm starting to get the feeling that this isn't Casper.
You can check out my playthrough of one of the Manor's routes by clicking the video on screen right now. I do suggest only watching it after beating the game for yourself though, as it really would ruin the fun. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PlayStation VR content.